Welcome to MLG Minor League Gaming, August 4th, 2026, Team Guarantee versus the opposition. And folks, Red takes the series 5-3.
5-3, and it was not clean. Green actually held a 3-0 lead before the wheels came completely off, which is a special kind of collapse that deserves its own investigation.
That firecracker event mid-series, some internal friction on the Red side, genuinely halted the momentum, and when they came back, the opposition came back angry.
Angry is underselling it. Knee Slapper finishes the night at a 2.41 KDA and 200 kills, and Ian is not a man who plays angry, he plays precise, which is so much worse for everyone wearing green.
Meanwhile, on the green side, Joe Kesta is reportedly raising his hand and taking personal ownership of the second-half collapse. Kevin, that is admirable, but the scoreboard does not issue refunds.
No refunds, no mercy. We have got the reel locked and loaded, and it tells the full story of a session that started like a coronation and ended like a crime scene. So let's get into it.
Game 1 CTF and Akko is already in the kill feed before most of this lobby has finished loading in. Rifleman medal, a killing spree, and a double kill to close it. Rob single-handedly clearing the lane that gives Team Guarantee the opening flag cap of the entire series.
Right, and what's important here is the word single-handedly, because Rob is not waiting for a committee vote on this one. He identifies the lane, he removes the population, and he hands his team a flag cap like it's a scheduled delivery. That is the IGL setting the table before anyone else even picked up a fork.
Still Game 1. Genghis BNR answers with a perfect, earns the Rifleman, and then lands the Killjoy to kill whatever green momentum was building.
Derek showing up in Game 1 like he already knew exactly where this series was going. That Killjoy is not a reaction. That is a redirect.
Jokester in Game 1, Rifleman, perfect, double kill. Kevin looking sharp early.
The vintage version showing up right out of the gate, which honestly makes what happens to this green squad later in the series even harder to explain.
Akko again, perfect into a double kill. Rob refusing to let Game 1 slip out of the green side's hands.
2 clips in the same game for the IGL, and Team Guarantee takes the map. Coincidence? The analytics say no.
Game 1, Knee Slapper with the shot caller red, follows it with a snipe, and then earns the Guardian Angel protecting a teammate. And if you are Kevin Maroney, this clip is painful viewing because Ian splits his wig not once but twice in the same 40 seconds.
Twice, Jokester challenged Knee Slapper twice in one clip and received the same answer both times, which is a level of optimism I genuinely respect, even if the results do not. The Guardian Angel medal at the end is Ian saying, "I handled the offense and the defense, and I still found time to babysit a teammate." Green team lost this map, but Kevin lost something deeper.
Game 2, Bastion. And here is something you do not see every day. Knee Slapper earning the Rifleman, chaining a double kill and then a triple kill while actively doing objective work, which is roughly the rarest Ian Johnston sighting since the last solar eclipse.
Ian on the objective is the kind of event that gets flagged for internal review. The man is a slayer by trade and by personality, and right here he is slaying and touching the zone, which means either the situation demanded it or Derek sent a very strongly worded message in the team chat. Either way, Team Guarantee had no answer for it.
Still Game 2, Knee Slapper with a double kill, the shot caller directing traffic, and then a full killing spree to shut the map down. And the real footnote here is that Rob and Tyler both appear in this clip as casualties, each of them dying twice, which is a level of personal attention from Ian that borders on targeted.
Akko and Sped. Private Ty sharing the same highlight reel clip as the victims is not a great look for the Green Leadership Group. The IGL and the unofficial commissioner, both eliminated twice by the same man in the same sequence. Ian did not just win this exchange, he filed paperwork on it. Green won this map, but Knee Slapper made sure everyone knew the cost.
Sped Private Ty, Rifleman double kill, triple kill, Tyler collecting 3 opponents in one sequence in Game 2.
The commissioner billing out in the field, rifleman into a triple is not a fluke. That is a man who scheduled time to frag and honored the calendar.
And here is Knee Slappa's third separate clip in Game 2 alone. A killjoy to erase a green streak follows with a double kill. Ian producing highlight after highlight on a map his team ultimately did not win.
3 clips, 0 wins on the map. That is the wildest stat of the entire reel so far. Ian turned in a personal masterpiece, and the red side still dropped Bastion, which tells you something about the gap between individual brilliance and collective execution. The front office will be reviewing that film separately.
Akko closes Game 2 with a double kill into a triple kill, Rob filing the final receipts on a green map win.
Team Guarantee takes Bastion, and Akko's fingerprints are all over the closing sequence. Even in a game where Knee Slappa had 3 clips, Rob had the last word.
Game 3 oddball. Agent Orange activated the camouflage and went full sneaky beaver. Back smack from behind, survives the reversal, and then beats a man to death for the boxer medal.
Peter in camo doing melee work is not something the analytics projected. But here we are, and honestly a back smack into a beatdown double while invisible is the most creative Peter has looked all session.
Game 3 oddball, and this is a long one. Akko opens by bailing Kevin out of a firefight he had no business surviving, earns the perfect, then the boxer medal putting hands on someone, and converts the double kill. And then, in a moment that the automated system flagged as statistically unusual, Rob Maroney holds the oddball for more than 3 consecutive seconds.
Okay, let's talk about that ball possession, because the IGL picking up an oddball and not immediately panicking or immediately dying is legitimately newsworthy. Rob is a man who lives in the kill feed, not the objective timer, and right here he is doing both, covering Kevin and holding the ball like he has done it before, which based on historical evidence is very much up for debate. The clip runs almost a full minute, and somehow Akko found time to rescue a teammate, earn a perfect, beat someone up, and play objective. That is a full job description in 55 seconds.
Knee Slappa. Double kill, shot caller, triple kill. And the third kill of that triple comes courtesy of Kevin Maroney walking directly into the exchange for reasons that remain under investigation.
Jokester out here gifting Ian the exclamation point on his own triple kill. Kevin, my friend, if you are taking ownership of the loss at the end of this series, this clip is Exhibit A in the prosecution's case.
Jokester in Game 3. Perfect, double kill, triple kill. Kevin turning in his best individual sequence of the oddball.
See, this is the Kevin that showed up for the first 3 maps. The man can clearly do this, and yet somehow the second half of this series happened anyway. A triple kill in Game 3, and then a slow fade into the darkness. The Nostalgia Tour ran out of fuel, unfortunately.
Game 4 Strongholds. And this is the first Death by Ruru clip of the entire reel. Shot caller directing the red side's reset. Earns a perfect, and then goes on a killing spree. William clocking in at the exact moment the opposition needed an anchor.
Game 4. Game 4. The 8 p.m. Enforcer did not generate a highlight until the 4th map, and when he finally showed up, it came with a shot caller and a killing spree attached, which in hindsight is less a coincidence and more a scheduled intervention. The opposition went down 3-0, and the moment William started producing clips, the entire series flipped. You cannot tell me that is not connected.
Excellent precision.
Double kill. Triple kill. Hill ready. Hill controlled.
Game 6. Death by Ruru opens by handing Kevin exactly the kind of engagement Kevin did not want, and then closes the clip with a perfect kill on Tyler. William bookending the sequence by taking out the unofficial commissioner on his way out.
Ruru came into this clip with a target list. Jokester first, sped Private Ty to finish. And he worked through it with the efficiency of a man who had the whole thing planned before the map even loaded. Tyler scheduled the games, William scheduled the consequences.
Still Game 6, Genghis BNR with a remote detonation earns the perfect, and then the rifleman. Derek pulling out the explosive toolkit and making it look methodical.
A remote detonation into a perfect is not a combo most people plan for. That is Derek operating on a different strategic frequency, and somehow it always comes together cleaner than it has any right to.
Akko in Game 6. Rifleman, perfect, double kill. Rob refusing to disappear even as the series tilts hard toward red.
1.53 KDA on the night, and there is a very real argument that without Akko's consistency, the green side does not even get to 3 map wins. Rob is out here doing the structural work while the series falls apart around him, and this clip is exactly that.
Sped Private Ty in Game 6, double kill, and then Tyler uses the grapple hook in a way the tutorial definitely did not cover to zip into position and close out a triple kill.
The unofficial commissioner innovating mid-series is either a sign of desperation or inspiration, and honestly at this point in Game 6 it might be both. But a grapple hook triple kill is a grapple hook triple kill, and Tyler earned the clip regardless of the context.
Game 7 Strongholds, and Agent Orange logs the highest scoring individual clip of the entire session, double kill, survives the reversal, earns the perfect, and then, in a moment of pure audacity, Peter uses a teleporter to materialize directly behind Kevin Maroney and removes him from the map at close range.
The teleport play on Jokesta is one of the most disrespectful things I have seen in this lobby in recent memory. Peter stepped into a portal and stepped out right on top of Kevin, and Kevin had absolutely no idea it was coming. A 0.91 KDA on the session, and Peter's best clip involves a magic trick. The country club teaches patience, and apparently it also teaches spatial awareness.
Cluster up. Double kill. Killing friend. Double kill. Flag return.
That is the tape on August 4th. The opposition takes the series 5 games to 3. Slappa closes at 200 kills and a 2.41 KDA. And the red side outscored green 5-0 after that mid-series firecracker stoppage.
And Kevin Maroney is apparently out here taking personal ownership of the collapse, which is very noble, very on-brand, and does absolutely nothing for the series record. 2 consecutive losses for Team Guarantee. And the front office has questions that a strongly worded Tuesday email is not going to answer.
For everyone at MLG Minor League Gaming, we will see you next session. Until then, stay on the objective, and somebody check on Kevin.